Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. This is the Monday, August 15th edition of the Carolina Weather Video, and a pretty rough weekend. A lot of shower and thunderstorm activity from time to time, a good bit of severe weather across portions of the region as well. But here we are now into this much nicer type of air mass we've been highlighting for you. The weather over the next few days, just wonderful as a whole across the region, about as good as you can hope for in mid-August. And now let's talk about what's going on in terms of the storm reports from yesterday. And there were a lot of them, especially when you got up close to the really the Triad viewing area and a part of the Triangle region, and then a lot of activity down in South Carolina too. In fact, let me share a few viewer photos with you here. Let's see. That is going to be a possible funnel cloud that was photoed by Matt Parrish, and that's about 1.5 miles north of the PTI airport. And then you had a hail photo sent in by Valerie. This was from King, and that hail looks to be about maybe dime size overall. And then finally a great shot here from Christine Harding in Yadkinville, kind of behind the storms. A nice double rainbow there, just a beautiful shot overall. Now again, the showers and storms from yesterday, they're gone now, swept out to sea, and overall the weather very quiet. There'll be a handful of isolated showers or storms underneath the big upper level trough today, especially up around the Virginia border, but nothing nearly as significant as what occurred yesterday. A lot of flood products still up for parts of the Mid-Atlantic and parts of the New England states too. But notice all the heat-related products pretty much gone, just some lingering heat advisories for parts of the Texas coastal region there, around places such as Houston. All right, here's your temperature map this morning. Still some 80-degree plus readings over a good chunk of Texas, but look at the sub-70-degree air, even down into places like Starkville, Tupelo, Birmingham, and then up into much of the Carolinas. And here's the reason why. Big upper trough in the eastern part of the country. That's what we look like this afternoon. And late this week, signs of maybe kind of a baggy trough hanging around. This is Friday, and then look what the European does next week. This is the 23rd. Huge ridge over the Rockies, and that's the real deal in terms of cold air moving into parts of the Great Lakes in the Northeast by the middle part of next week, if that's correct. And we'd be kind of on the fringes of that once again. Boy, today's going to be great. Low humidity type of air. We'll see highs in the 80s across the region this afternoon. Lows well down into the 60s, and I still think it's possible the next couple of nights some of the traditionally cooler spots might briefly clip into the upper 50s. Tomorrow, sunshine, 80s for highs. Looks fantastic. Wednesday, upper 80s and low 90s. Still low humidity, though. Then on Thursday, the humidity increases. I'll bring back in the chance of at least a few afternoon thunderstorms there on Thursday and Friday. And still at least some chance around, even though the GFS is mainly dry. I'm going to mention the chance of at least a couple of isolated storms as a possibility still there Saturday and Sunday over the upcoming weekend. Now in the tropics, we have Gert. That is a tropical storm located very close to Bermuda. And there's the satellite image, and I know this might be a little tough to see. There's Bermuda right there, and Gert lifting generally to the north. There's the track on Gert from the Hurricane Center. This will scoot just to the east of Bermuda, but close enough to bring some typical tropical storm type effects there to Bermuda. And then this will race off to the north and northeast and become non-tropical here later on this week. Now, scanning for the next possible system, not a whole lot being sniffed out by the modeling, but the GFS does develop a system from a tropical wave. This is out at 168 hours, so basically later on in the weekend, you're looking at it on the GFS, some type of tropical system approaching the eastern Caribbean islands, and from there, there you go, it brings it into the Bahamas by Saturday the 27th, and then scrapes a little bit east of the Outer Banks as a pretty decent tropical system there by Tuesday the 30th of August. Now that's all obviously way out kind of in conjecture territory, but I just kind of want to show you what the GFS was sniffing out from the tropical Atlantic. All right, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great Monday, and God bless.